Hi there, this is Datila, and welcome to the TNAIW GoGo Power Rankings show. As always, I'm joined by my co-host, Burt Maclin. He has no relation to Steve Maclin. That's why he didn't get invited to the wedding of Deanna Purrazzo and Steve Maclin.
I tried to crash it, but they wouldn't let me in. It's okay, though.
All right. So, Burt, we had another great episode of Impact this week, and who are you expecting to see in this week's Power Rankings?
Giselle Shaw is the number one name on the top of my mind just because, and I'll talk more about it, but that was a really great match, and like I said, I really hope to see her at the top. Maybe not number one, but at least top three.
I totally agree with you. I am expecting to see Giselle Shaw on there. I'm also expecting to see Jordynne Grace on there too. And I'm expecting to see our new digital media champion. I believe in Joe Henry.
I'm starting to believe too. I have to admit, he has so much charisma. Like I'm starting to believe as well. That was a great. I
believe since day one.
Did you? Okay, that's fine. You can take credit for that one.
Well, actually, since he just I believe since he came back to Impact. Let's just go with that.
Yeah.
All right, so you know who I'm not expecting to see on there? And it's a shame that they're not on there. The Bullet Club. The Bullet Club.
That's not too sweet.
Nope.
No.
Not the least bit.
I get sad when they're not on the show.
Me too. All right, Burt, but before we get into the Power Rankings, do you want to tell people how to join the Power Rankings committee?
Yeah, all you need to do is just message me on Twitter at Burt Maclin11, DM me a regular message, and if you're interested in being on the committee, that's really all it takes. You watch Impact every week and you want to be part of it. That's all there is to it.
All right, well, with that being said, let's play the Power Rankings. Number 10, number 1 contender Frankie Kazarian. Number 9, the Scumbag Moose. Number 8, Bully Ray. Number 7, the advancing Trey Miguel. Number 6, the returning Masha Slamovich. Number 5, world champion Josh Alexander. Number 4, last rodeo Mickie James. Number 3, Giselle Shaw. Number 2, new DMC, Joe Henry. Number 1, world champion, Jordynne Grace.
And what do you know? Curry Man, number 1. I'm just playing. But could you imagine? The fans want it.
Right? Unfortunately, Curry Man didn't get any votes.
No, he didn't. But when you look at the top 10, it's just like we said real quick. Giselle Shaw, number 3. I think that is a perfect example of when the person who loses the match gets over just as much, if not more, than the winner. What a star-making performance that match was from the entrance to the match. She had toe-to-toe with Jordynne Grace from then when they were exchanging forearms. Phenomenal match. Number 3 is well-deserved for Giselle Shaw, and I personally think she will be Knockouts champion in 2023.
Well, to follow up to what you're saying, it wasn't just this incredible match. You're forgetting she had a great match with Mickie James at Turning Point. And she's had other fantastic matches. This is one of her many showings, so very well deserved at number 3 for Giselle Shaw, if you ask me.
And it's the whole package from that, like, very great over-the-top heel promo where they were dubbing over. Like, that was such good stuff. And then Jai Vidal, I think that's his name, as her stylist. It just adds to everything about her character. It's just everything is so top-notch about it. Like, Impact knows exactly what they're doing. And I want to say a lot of it's her, too, because I think they're just, like, letting her run with it and running her book, her, like, do her character the way she wants. And kudos to both of them.
No, definitely. I honestly really like the pairing between Giselle Shaw and Jay Vidal. I'm so surprised Impact hasn't signed Jay Vidal. I mean, every time, this is the second time they go to Las Vegas and they use him as a talent. So I definitely think that he should sign some type of contract with Impact Wrestling because he is great. He is just really good.
Yeah. The whole presentation of the from the both of them, money. I want to see more.
Yes. All right. So let's talk about number 6, the returning Masha Slamovich. Masha Slamovich making a statement at the end of Impact, hitting Jordan Grace with the steel chair.
Yes.
I don't think you and I talked about. She still wants that Knockouts title.
Yes, but again, I'm not going to doubt Impact. If they have a plan, they have to plan it. But I would, because we obviously both agree that we see Mickie. I think Mickie James is going to win the title. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, she's going to win the title.
And I would think that she's going to win it off Jordan, because I don't see. But that's why I was a little confused about this encounter, because it's been a little bit since Masha's been back. They let her cool off a little bit. Maybe they won't give her a match, but this definitely just kind of like keeps in the forefront that Masha is a badass and somebody that to reckon with. So I don't know if she gets a match, but I definitely liked what they did with her. That was really good.
Same here. I definitely did like the fact that she attacked Jordan Grace with the steel chair, definitely signaling that she's back and she wants that title.
Yeah, obviously. So yeah, I don't know. I think they'll wait a little bit more because, like I said, unless they're gonna have her beat her, which they don't do like that, like have them someone like beat them the second time that quickly. I like that they're just keeping her in the forefront without like having her. Hopefully, she's not taking unnecessary L's on the way to winning the championship.
Definitely. I think they're gonna probably. I think they might keep Masha separate from Jordan just for a little bit, before she goes back after that title.
Like I said, L's, by the way, as the kids say. I'm trying to stay hip. For the younger demographic. I know we've got.
You're an old man.
I know we've got the the over 40 market probably watching us, you know what I mean? But we want to get the younger demographic, you know what I mean?
Them young kids, yep. All right. So one that I want to talk about is actually not on this list because
Okay.
So I want to talk about Heath and Rhino. They are not on this list, and as well as the Death Dolls, they're also not on this list. And we've been talking about this week-to-week basis, and we're going to talk about it again. Both Heath and Rhino and the Death Dolls are their respective tag team champions of their divisions. So if champions hold weight in the power rankings, why is it that neither tag team is on the power rankings?
Because all they've been doing lately is backstage promos. At least Josh Alexander's been having matches every week. And I would like to think that I would think you would agree with me to an extent that the world champion means a little bit more than the other two belts, than the tag, female knockouts and men's tag. No disrespect to those belts. But like I said, it's been mostly just like backstage promos from them, like short interactions. So that's what I attribute it to. And like I said, there's only 10 spots. And I look at, glass half full, because I'm not going to call anyone negative. I'm just joking. I'm just saying this I think is relevant to how stacked the roster is. But I agree.
I'm mining and you're plussal?
I will agree with you, though, that you would think that we would have saw the champions on here eventually, because has this been 3 weeks in a row now?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, so I agree with you that I'm starting to be a little frustrated. I'll agree with you, because it should carry some weight, because if you look at the top 10, there's people there that you could argue that they should be ahead of.
Exactly. And, Jessica with the K, because she's sick, actually had a match, but she lost to Savannah Evans.
Yeah.
So she had a match, but again, she lost. I feel like that they don't really know what to do with the Death Dolls at this point.
See, with Heath and Rhino, it's not like there shouldn't be a reason why they're not on TV. There's competition, but completely agree with you, the Death Dolls, there's really not any clear-cut teams that is vying for those titles. So I don't know what they're doing. Because we didn't touch on her, she's on the list either, but Mickie James is, and she defeated Chelsea, and at the end of Chelsea's promo, Chelsea said that she's going home. So I hope that's not the end of Vexed, but that's just another team that we could be losing. So maybe that's another reason why we don't see the Death Dolls, because they have no competition.
I give you that. They really don't have any rivalry, so to speak. It seems like they're trying to build something with Savannah Evans and Tasha Steele. So
yeah.
All right.
And who knows? Maybe they could do something with Giselle and Deanna. You know what I mean? Maybe they could do something like that.
Maybe. Yeah. All right. Number 70, advancing Trey Miguel with a victory over former X Division champion Speedball Mike Bailey. However, there's an asterisk to that victory, because as we all know, Kenny King is the reason Trey Miguel was victorious in the first place. So with the way that he won this match, do you think he deserves to be at the number 7 spot, or do you think he should have been a little lower?
You could definitely make a case that he should be lower, but at the same time, it wasn't like that was a 1 minute into the match. They had a 10+ minute banger, and then the match was interrupted. So I'm fine with him being at number 7. And let me just touch on Kenny King. I don't know what number this is as his runs with Impact is concerned, but I'm going to put this run so far, this short run is near the top. Is just like, I think him putting the whole thing together is just like a presentation, a package, a promo in the ring. He looked like a star just kind of standing there. There's just something about heels eating popcorn, watching a match, being a real prick. And I just think that Kenny King, I like what they're doing. I like how they're continuing the storyline with him and Mike Bailey. I definitely see Kenny King being the next X Division champion while he's not in this tournament anymore. I believe in 2023 they will put the belt on him, especially if he sticks around.
I could see that. I definitely do. Like I said this last week, I know he's not on the power rankings this week, but I do think that he will be on the power rankings this coming week. I think Black Taurus is winning that X Division tournament. I think it's Black Taurus' time.
Yeah, no, I definitely do think so too. And like whether it was going to be Black Taurus and Crazy Steve winning the tag belts, or him being an X Division champion, I definitely saw Black Taurus eventually becoming a champion one way or the other. And yeah, I think it is his time.
Yes. All right. So number 5, our world champion, Josh Alexander. What do you think? He's at number 5 this week, and not his usual number 1 spot, or even number 2 for that matter.
Well, I think
he is our champion. Our champion.
But while he was a mainstay in the top 2, he's kind of made a home for himself lately around 4 and 5, just because he's been staying in the forefront of everyone's minds. But the world title picture has not been as hot as it was, and maybe it hasn't lost momentum, but there's not really a feud that you're seeking. We all know the feud that we really want is Steve Maclin versus Josh Alexander.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And until they start doing that one, I can't see like that being the top thing in the company until that happens, because no disrespect to Bully Ray, I could care less about Josh Alexander and Bully Ray. Bully Ray is a legend in the company and in the wrestling business, but it doesn't do anything for me at this point.
Okay. Fair point. Yeah, hey, and you have every right to share your opinion. Every right. Oh,
and can I just say something? I don't think he's going to, just real quick, to go with Josh Alexander, I don't think he's going to win, but I was pulling for Frankie Kazarian after watching that video package during the show. It made me want to see him become world champion. I don't think it's going to happen, but I wanted to see it just because he is another guy who helped build the company. You know what I mean? And he's always been loyal to Impact in one way or another, maybe when he's not there, but, I bet he's always spoke highly of Impact. So, I don't think he's going to win, but it'd be nice.
It surprised me Frankie Kazarian never won the title while he was in Impact Wrestling. And stranger things have happened. I mean, we thought Speedball Mike Bailey was going to defeat Frankie Kazarian, and look what happened.
Yeah, I think it was just a victim of, the politics back then at the time. You know what I mean? Maybe him just not being ready to be champion, but he looks great in his early 40s. So good job for Frankie Kazarian for still looking good, still looking great out there and looking like he wants to be there. So that goes a long way.
Definitely. I definitely do. I think we've talked about a lot of subjects on here. Or is there another one that you want to touch upon?
Well, to follow back with what you said on someone that I'm upset that's not on here, and that's VBD. That's another promo I thought was, and it just goes, we talk about the brilliance of Eric Young. That I love Joe Dorian, but this VBD 2.0, as so shall we say, is looking awesome. And I think I like Alan Angel's little thing to how he was from a dark place, a little note to the Dark Order. I just think that he seems like a star now. Like, granted, he's in a group again, but they're letting him talk. You know what I mean? I think that's the most I've ever heard Alan Angels talk in the whole time since I've seen him wrestle. You know what I mean? So great. Again, Impact just knows how to create stars and like from what they have within and do with the best what they have. So it's like, good job for them and Eric Young, obviously.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I was impressed with Alan Angels since he first came to Impact Wrestling. I feel like he's really had a chance to shine now that he's away from the Dark Order.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when he was with the Dark Order, he really didn't get that shine. It was mostly John Silver or
the group
Evil.
was too big. Yeah, they were like the third tag team in the group. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. All right. Well, before we wrap up, who do you expect to see in next week's Power Rankings?
Continue of Jordan Grace, Giselle Shaw, and definitely just Joe Henry. I think that top three right now are just, there's so much momentum. If you watched both those matches, you just can see where the company's putting their faith in. And I think those are three people that the company has a lot of faith in going forward. So good for them.
I think next week would definitely be interesting because we do have Overdrive this Friday, and with the main event being Frankie Kazarian and Josh Alexander, I think a lot of things are going to change on this week's the Power Rankings for next week. That's for sure.
Yes, definitely.
All right. Well, with that being said, you guys, thank you guys all so much for watching and for the continued support. It means so much to us that you guys continue to watch our video, and you guys are amazing, or should I say more phenomenal.
Support TNAIW, support all the shows on the network.
Yes, definitely. Please support TNAIW because without TNAIW, we wouldn't be able to do this show. So with that being said, thank you guys all so much for watching and for the continuous support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell so you get notified whenever this video drops or whenever TNAIW drops a new video. And we'll see you guys next time.
Oh, but before we go, real quick, not to interrupt you, I want to take this time and I want to finish with one of my favorite biblical quotes. And God said, watch Impact. It said it right there. It's in the book.
See you guys.
It's in the book. Okay? So
we'll see you guys next week.
They said it.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye.